Ay, hombre. Sige. Oh, hi everyone. Good evening. Mm-mm. Kamusta po ang lahat? Let's just continue. 21 to 40 na po tayo. Hello, ombre. Magandang gabi. Chaichu, good evening to everyone. Oh, we will continue the 21 to 40 review questions. That's why nag-live tayo because we are doing marathon review. Am I audible? Mhm. Let me see. Paulo Perez, Chai Chu, Hailey, mayabang na Aerox, Poltan, Asforce, Ice Cream, Ombre. Saan na ba ako ito? Okay, last night, we managed to finish number 1 to 20 na questions, no? And this is an overtime rather review, no? We need to continue more. This is just for free. Okay, so we will start now with 21 to 40, no? 21 to 40. So 2020 lang para mabilis kasi yung iba hindi naiintindihan, napaparasyonali tayo eh, no? So let's just wait for the others, no? Katulad kagabi. So we will continue for the upcoming review for the upcoming examination rather of those criminologist licensure examination for those CLE examinees this coming August 1, 2, and 3. Okay? August 1, 2, and 3 na po. Oo, lapit na. Kasi ilang days na lang. So, marathon review tayo. That's why I make it a point to see you again for the next 20 questions, which is situational kasi yung or scenario, no? Para mas madali nyong intindihin. Okay? Hi Van, kamusta ka? Keep it. Thank you so much for joining. And to some others, no, we will continue. Hello, partner moderator, softly. And to some others nandito ngayon, thank you so much. Focus po tayo sa review, no? No other question to be entertained po muna. Sorry, Lubad, no? Because we are doing marathon review. This is just an overtime meet-up, no? For those students who will be taking their exam this coming August 1, 2, and 3, no? So, we will continue for the next 21 to 30. Alex, hi. Robin Hood, hello. Good evening to everyone. Nakatapos tayo ng first 20 sets kagabi. And we will be, thank you so much, 100 viewers, 105 viewers, and to Leonor, 2145, magandang gabi. And to some others, no? So we will be having another set of questions, which is scenarios question only. Dahil doon tayo nag-focus kasi nahihirapan yung iba pag scenario type, no? So, kapag scenario type kasi, ibig sabihin, you are there portraying a role, no? Scenario ba? Kwento. So, that's the reason why na nagkakaroon ng kalituhan. But anyway, still, points pa rin yun, no? Kailangan yung sagutan. Kasi kapag hindi, definitely, di kayo magkakaroon ng napakagandang grade. So please don't forget to tap your screen while reviewing and while giving you the questions. That's the only consolation that you can give to the host. This is for free. Please do tap your screen while giving you a set of 20 situational questions. Tomorrow we're going to have another 20 to meet the 100, then another then parang medyo fresh, no? So all of the questions be given is are those questions rather, no, na puro scenarios, no, scenario type, no. Not so sure kung magkakaroon pa tayo ng parts, but focus tayo sa scenario. Kayo na mag-aral ng parts, of course, no, para nakikita niyo yung drawing ba, kumbaga. Oo, pwede naman yan, Superman, no? Shift ka lang. Habang may panahon, may pang-paaral, go lang kayo ng go, mag-aral po kayo, mag-aral. Padamihin nyo yung mga bachelor's degree nyo, pwede naman. Okay, so yun lang. And to those who would like to participate, okay, please do tap and share now that we're going to start. Forensic Kunguro is going to start now for the next 20 sets of questions na po, no? This is just a marathon review. I'll be giving you 20 sets of question. Pag alam kong hindi nyo maintindihan, irarasyonale natin to. Thank you so much for sharing, Chai Chu. Doon sa mga mag-exam, kapag hindi masyadong maintindihan, gagamitan na natin yung rasyonale. But definitely, final coaching na po kasi to, no? So, I'm not expecting more of those rasyonale na sana. Okay? So, hintayin lang natin yung iba para hindi malate, no? Yung mga next 20 questions na nakaabang. So, nakatapos tayo ng 1 to 20. Then, we will continue with 21 to 40. Yes, oo. Ano ba ito? Optional retiree ako. Optional retirement ang final ko. That's why I'm an optional retiree. So, maaga ako nagretiro. And to some others, thank you so much. You know, 2145, Chai Chu, and some others would like coming from the other account. And of course, to my partner moderator here, thank you so much for the support. You know, 6322. Sino pa nandito? Ombre Piso. 100 viewers as of this time. Abed, thank you. Ayan na si TikTok. TikTok, next 21 to 40 na tayo. But where are the others, no? Yung mga nag-participate kagabi. Of course, thank you so much sa nag-participate kahit hindi naman sila examinees, no? Sino yun? Si Nikki, Liavino, si Joy, 65790. Tama pa ba yung number? O 65? Basta si Joy. Oh yeah, no. Oh, make it very good. Criminology freshman. Oh, we're dealing now or we're finishing 21 to 40 questions. Then followed to be followed na lang yung baka bukas, no? Yeah, medyo late tayo nag-start kasi tinignan ko pa kung gusto ko ayaw ko magbigay ng 20 free scenarios, no? Question. Yes, pwede, Althea. Yun lang. Juki? Bakit ka nalilito? Ang tip dyan sa, sa parts ng camera, tignan mo kung ano yung mga parts. Basic ba? Viewfinder, lens, ganun. Tignan mo, bago ka pumunta sa mahirap. Madali lang yan. Wag mo lang pabayaan na hindi mo ma-identify kasi sayang yung point. 65790, Joy. Another set of 21 scenarios, no? 21 to 40 scenario. Situational questions tayo. Alright. Yan. Alright, 63 viewers as of this time. We're going to start now. Please do share. Tap your screen. Bakit walang nagtatap? Good evening, Joy. Magtap po kayo dyan. Alright, let's start. Okay, any more viewers or participants? Okay, dun sa mga napapadaan, maraming salamat po. And Eric, thank you for the posting. Okay, TikTok, are you there? Sino ba yung kagabi? Si Marca Julio ba yun? Marami kagabing nag-participate, no? Let's just do it now. Sabi nila babalik sila, pero siguro baka na-late kasi tayo. Oo, na-late tayo. Saan na si... Alright, number 1. Okay, number 1. Oh, hi, my babe! My babe! Kumusta? Let's go. Sige. Wag masyadong relax, ha. Okay, wala tayong free po to, free. Ay, Angel Mine. Okay, free lang to, free. So, wag masyadong naiinip. Wag nyo akong minamadali kasi minsan nagrarasyonale pa tayo. Okay, for the others, para mas maintindihan nila. Ayoko nga mag-rasyonale Dapat final. Final coaching lagi ako, no? Because final coaching is very good. all final answers na yan kasi no kapag final coaching. Hi my babe, and that will be your final result. So mas maganda talaga ang final coaching, dire-diretso. Okay, please do tap your screen. Let's start now with our scenarios and or situational questions. 20 lang to, 20, no? Everybody ready now? Alright, very clear na yung audio natin. Okay, 64 viewers, please do share. Oy, hanapin natin si Chichang. Ayan na naman yung Chichang. Chichang, nakaka-attend ka ba, Chichang? Oo, meron po kasi akong friend, no? Nahanap, ayun. Kita ko rin siya. Ewan ko lang kasi mag-e-exam si Chichang. Calling the attention of Chichang. Yan. Kaibigan ko po yun. LG po yun, LG. Oo. Nag-duty na siya. May trabaho na siya bilang lady guard. But, magbo-board exam na kasi siya. So, sabi ko attend siya kasi nag-free review ako via TikTok ngayon. No? So, okay, let's proceed for the next 20 questions. Marathon review. Okay, all situational. Okay, all situational questions po tayo. Let's go by the logical evidence this time para hindi kayo magugulo, ha? Okay, 62 viewers. Pay attention now. The question now begins. Biological evidence po tayo. Alright, thank you so much for sharing and for tapping your screen. But bawat questions, magsasagot kayo dyan. Ito yung instructions ko kagabi pa. Letters only. Okay? Do not give me answers phonetic letters, ng mga phonetic Alpha, Bravo, o Charlie. Walang ganon. Ako lang magsasalita para hindi magugulo yung viewers. You follow my instructions, no? Walang extra word, letters only. Para kapag napanood or nakita ng viewers at tama yung sagot mo, hindi siya malilito. Huwag niyong dagdagan ng words. And huwag po kayong gumamit ng phonetics. Ako lang. Okay? So, letters lang, ha? Letters lang, ulitin ko. Alright, number 21. The continuation of the 1 to 20 situational questions, no? That I gave last night, ito na yon. Alright? TikTok, thank you for liking. Biological evidence tayo during the investigation of a rape case. Panggagahasa. The forensic team recovered semen stains. Makinig mabuti. The forensic team recovered semen stains. Stain na lang, ha? Ng similya. Tama? From the victim's clothing. Hindi sinabi kung upper o lower. Basta victim's clothing. So, doon sa question na yan, you try to analyze. Kapag hindi maintindihan, Tagalogin. Sa sarili. Pero huwag kayong mag-ingay. Magagalit katabi nyo. Okay? During the exam. Again, the question, during the investigation of a rape case, the forensic team recovered the semen stains from the victim's clothing. What is the best reason for preserving this evidence properly? Okay? Bakit natin kailangan i-preserve itong ebidensya na ito? Letter A, to determine the victim's blood type only. Letter B, to obtain DNA that may identify the perpetrator. Letter C, to estimate the victim's age, edad. And letter D, to determine the caliber of the firearm used. Answer me now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, very good. Salamat. You followed instructions already. Thank you so much. The best and correct answer is letter B, Bravo. Alright? Hindi natin kailangan to determine, hindi natin kailangan yun, victim's blood type, hindi natin kailangan yun. Walang pangyayaring ganon sa ganyang kaso. Hello, Attorney Aguirre. And then of course, hindi rin natin kailangan, no, sumahin yung edad ng victim ng rape. Hindi rin natin kailangan yung caliber dito. So, lahat yun eliminated agad. Alright? What we're looking for is, ano ba yung rason bakit natin kailangan i-preserve yung semen stain. So, the answer is to obtain DNA that may identify the perpetrator. May identify the perpetrator. Tignan natin yung flow ng investigation nila doon, kung paano siya pupunta sa DNA just to identify the perpetrator. But the answer, of course, letter B. Okay? So, letter B ha. Okay, number 22. I'm looking for Eugene Taguro. Sa pa natin yung magaling dito mag-sagot-sagot, no? Let's go crime scene photography. Okay, the question is, a crime scene investigator begins collecting evidence. A crime scene investigator begins collecting evidence before taking photographs of the crime scene. Tama naman, di ba? Bago pa. So, ang investigador daw ay kumukolekta ng photographs, no? What principle has been violated bago pa magkaroon ng crime scene? So, may na-violate siya. Ulitin ko. A crime scene investigator begins collecting evidence before taking photographs of the crime scene. Crime scene investigator, what principle has been violated? Letter A, chain of custody. Letter B, preservation of the original condition of the crime scene. Letter C, Locard's exchange principle. And letter D, best evidence rule. Answer me now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yan. Oh, yes. Angel of mine, ano ba talaga isasagot mo? Bawal erasures. May mga moderator dito. Huwag niyong dadayain sarili niyo. Okay, para makorek nyo rin. Alright? Now, sabi nga, ano daw yung principle na na-violate niya? May mga principle yan. So, the answer is letter B. B po tayo, B. Okay? Wala pa tayo sa chain of custody. Okay, some of you answer letter A, chain of custody. No, hindi niya pa natatapos yung pagkuha ng photograph, so hindi natin kailangan i-turn over pa o magkaroon ng chain of custody. Okay? Wala pa siyang nasisimulan. Wala pa. Magkakaroon ka ng chain of custody pag ito-turn over mo na o lalagyan mo na ng pahalaga yung ebidensya. Okay? So ano na violate niya rito? Yung preservation ng original condition of the crime scene. You know why? Hindi naman kasi siya dapat kumukuha agad-agad. Tama? So, dapat meron muna siyang signal coming from the marami pang dapat. Situational kasi to. So, kukuha lang sila ng situation. No? So, wala nang mga palabok-palabok pa. Wala nang mga ganun pa kung ano-ano. Basta kukuha sila ng situation doon, ano isasagot mo. They're not talking about the pieces of evidence that needs a turnover for you to produce a chain of custody. Wala ka pa sa chain of custody, ha? I-analyze nyo yun. So, the preservation of the original condition of the crime scene, yun yung na-violate niya. Oo. Kasi kinukolekta niya na yung evidence. Tandaan nyo yung question. A crime scene investigator begins collecting evidence before taking photographs. So, bago niya ipoto yung evidence, kinolekta na. Narinig niyo ba yung tanong na yun? So wala pang ang photographs, kinolekta mo na. Dapat i-photographs muna yung evidence para ma-maintain natin yung original condition and position. Kulang nga yan eh. Original position and condition of the crime scene. Okay, Pete, sabi nga di ba, mauuna yung photographs. Ang nangyari kasi sa question, nauna yung pag-kolekta. So, angel of mine, mali ka doon, and some others, no, tamain nyo yon. Uunahin muna natin yung photographs bago nyo kolektahin yung ebidensya. Alright, so the answer is preservation of the original crime scene or condition of the crime scene. Alright, 23. 23 na tayo. Okay. Let's go forensic chemistry. Halo-halo kasi, di ba? 100 tanong yan. A white crystalline powder. Makinig kasi kayo. Imagine mas mabigat to. Hindi nyo binabasa. Nakikinig kayo. So, umaandar agad yung utak nyo. Diba? Hindi kayo nabe-baby ng basya-basya. Nag-a-analyze na kayo agad yan sa naririnig nyo sa akin. Kaya makinig kayo mabuti. Alright. A white crystalline powder is recovered during bypass operation. Before confirming that it is a methamphetamine hydrochloride, ano yan? Di ba? Okay, methamphetamine hydrochloride. Kung tawagin met, di ba? Met HCl. What examination should be conducted? What examination should be conducted? Ito pagpipilian, relax lang. May nakuhang crystalline powder. Okay, nagkaroon ng bypass operation. Pero bago natin ma-confirm na ito ay S, ano yung gagawin na examination? A, DNA analysis. B, presumptive chemical test. C, fingerprint comparison. And D, blood typing. Answer me now. Ulitin ko Yan. Okay? Very good. Di ko na ulitin. Maliwanag, di ba? Okay, 105 viewers. Dire-diretso lang tayo. Okay, and please do claim that you're going to pass the board exam this coming August 1, 2, and 3. The answer is sagot. Wala na ibang sasagot. You are all 113 viewers. And some others kasi nakikinig lang. Ayaw na nila magpipindot, but they have their own ways, no? Okay, the answer is B. Bravo. Presumptive chemical test. Okay, we don't need DNA sa white crystalline powder. Hindi yan kailangan dito. Fingerprint comparison, wala namang sinabi na nag-lift ka ng latent prints or nag-develop ka ng latent prints. And blood typing, walang binanggit na meron dugo. So, all we need to do is to determine what examination should be done by the forensic examiners dahil may nakuhang white crystalline powder. And bago natin ma-confirm na ito ay met, HCl or S, kailangan muna natin ng presumptive chemical test, and that's letter B. May mali ka na kasing isa. Alright. Check. 24. Let's go ballistics. 24 na tayo. Investigators recover. Recover na naman daw. Sitwasyon kasi to sitwasyon. So, naka-recover siya ng cartridge cases. Alam nyo yan, okay? From a shooting incident. So, nagkaroon ng barilan. Tama? So, ngayon, nagkalat sila. Cartridge cases. Which part, saan parte ng firearm usually lives, may naiiwan na unique markings on the cartridge case? Eto na. Letter A, trigger. Letter B, magazine. Letter C, firing pin and breech face. And letter D, barrel only. 116 viewers sagot. Which part of the firearm usually lives? Makinig kayo mabuti, ha? Investigators recover cartridge cases from a shooting incident. Makinig. Saan parte ng firearm usually leaves unique markings on the cartridge case? Letter A, trigger. Letter B, magazine. Letter C, firing pin and breech face. And D, barrel only. Answer me now. Ang daming mali na. Okay, ang dami na rin tama. But anyway, makinig lang kayo mabuti. Reviewin nyo yan after. Oy, lalong lumala. 132 viewers. Wag mo akong tanungin. Mag-answer lang kayo. Wag niyong lagyan ng question mark yung letter. Kayo nga yung tinatanong ko po. Okay? Oh, man. Iba-iba this time, no? Ang sagot. Ang sagot. Letter C. Siyempre, sa firing pin yan magkakaroon ng marka. Alangan naman sa trigger. Wala, tignan nyo yung pagpipilian. Tapos magazine. Cartridge case po. Yes, okay. Cartridge cases po. Okay? Oo, mali ka. Firing pin, Eric Manalo. And bridge face, wala lalo yan sa barrel. Okay? So, answeran nyo yung sarili nyo. Tignan nyo na rin kung tama. Ilista nyo na rin. Alright? Which part of the firearm, okay, nagkakaroon usually leaves unique markings on the cartridge case. Cartridge case ba? Nagkakaroon ng unique markings. Sige nga. Di sa firing pin and bridge face. Okay, usually. Okay, let's go medical legal. Let's go medical legal. Alright, a victim has a gunshot wound. Oh, may biktima. Gunshot wound, right temple. So, pagdating nyo dyan, tinignan nyo ako left. But this is my right. Ito. Pagdating sa inyo, left siguro ako. Okay, so meron ako dito, gunshot wound, right temple, may powder burns. Okay, may powder burns. So, halimbawa kayo, right temple nyo, may powder burns. Surrounding the entrance wound. So, yung sugat, meron ditong powder burns. Ano yung usually tawag niya dyan? Ano na aral nyo? Tattooing. 'Di ba? Kung nakikinig kayo at saka kung tinuruan kayo ng gano'n, no? Yung itim na yon, ang colloquial term doon namin ay tattooing. Kasi yun ay powdered burn, no? So, yung powdered burn na yan, ang tawag dyan, tattooing. Kasi nasa balat na eh, no? So, yun yung tawag. So, ang tanong, what does the presence of powder burns most likely indicate? Ano ang ibig sabihin? No? Ano sinasabi ng ganyan? Bakit siya may tattooing sa balat? Tama? O sige, pili kayo. Letter A. The firearm was discharged from close range. Letter B. The firearm was discharged from over 100 meters away. Letter C, the wound is an exit wound. And letter D, the bullet ricocheted before striking the victim. Okay, congratulations. So, wag kayong manguna pag sinabi kong answer me now, dun kayo sumagot kasi nakokopya kayo ng mga nandyan, hindi na sila nag-iisip. No, hintayin nyo yung sasabihin kong answer me now o kaya sumagot na kayo. Oo, kasi kapag nakita nila yung sagot nyo, di na sila mag-iisip. Magre-rely na sila sa sagot nyo. Wala na tayong thrill. Nakuha agad yung sagot. Pag-isipin muna natin sila. Okay? So, the answer is letter A. Kapag po may tattooing, thank you Kenneth, thank you others, and thank you Angel of Mine. Sa lahat ng nagsasabing copy po. Salamat. No? Kasi ang dami sumagot ng A. Ayan, nagalit na si Alex. Basta, hintayin nyo. Para hindi natin to hinto. Kasi kapag alam na nila yung sagot, di na sila nag-isip. So, hintayin nyo lang. Kaya yung iba nag-a-answer sila sarili. Yes, Alucard. No? Okay, so pag may tattooing kasi, ibig sabihin malapitan. Okay? Hindi pwedeng malayo. Hindi yan tatattoo sa balat or mag-iiwan ng powder burn. Yun lang. Ganun lang pag-analyze yung kwento nyo lang. No? Okay. Hindi rin pwede yung D, the bullet ricocheted, walang ganun. Okay, let's go. Question document. Ang question document. 26. Check na kayo dyan. A yung sagot. Check nyo yung listahan nyo. Alright. Okay, a cashier. A cashier. May kahera. A cashier is suspected of altering the amount written on a company check. Intindihin mabuti. A cashier is suspected of altering the amount written on a company check. Which instrumento, which instrument would most likely reveal, erase, or altered writings? Pakinggan nyo yun, ha? Anong instrumento ang makakatulong para malaman mo o magsabi na nagkaroon ng erasures, na nagkaroon ng alterations sa pagsulat? Letter A, instrument daw polygraph. Letter B, VSC. Alam niyo yun, ha? Wala mo na sasagot. Video spectral comparator. Letter C, compound microscope only. And letter D, breath analyzer. Go! Sagot. Sige, sagot kayo dyan. Thank you so much for liking, everyone. Please do tap your screen. Nako! Hindi nyo masyadong inintindi yung sagot ng ay tanong. Makinig kasi kayo mabuti. Nako! Ayan na. Ulitin ko na. Okay. Huwag papalit-palit ng sagot. Ninadaya niyo yung sarili niyo. Okay, ulitin ko na. May kahera. Okay, isang kahera, pinaghihinalaan na nagkaroon ng alteration yung halaga nung pera doon sa company check. Ngayon, ano ang instrumentong gagamitin? Sabi, tatagalugin nyo kasi sa sarili nyo. Thank you for the red rose. Which instrument would most likely reveal, erase, or altered writings? Ay, neighbor, Jezreel Agapito. Okay, letter A, hindi pwede. Kasi polygraph yun That's for lie detection, right? Letter C, compound microscope. Hindi pa pwede yun. Medyo, kukulangin. Hindi siya good enough for those mga documents or writing, no? For the question document tayo. And letter D, breath analyzer. Lalong hindi pwede. Oo, walang usapang hininga rito para ma-detect natin kung nakainom siya o whatsoever, no? The answer is, alam nyo naman to. Instrumento sa question document, video spectral comparator. To, kalimutan nyo ba yan? BSC, video spectral comparator. Ginagamit yan sa mga documents, right? Oo, hindi pwedeng polygraph, hindi pwedeng, basta VSC, question document agad yun, ha? Yun kasi yung ganito. Kapag ang tanungan, instrumento, tignan nyo yung flow ng question. They're asking for alteration ng document, which is check. Okay, kung check, di natin kailangan ng polygraph, tama? Kung check, hindi natin kailangan ng microscope. Kung check, hindi natin kailangan ng breath analyzer. So, anong sagot? Yung video spectral comparator, ang laki na, BSC. Diba? Oh, wow, daming tama ni Joy. Diba? BSC po ang ginagamit sa question document. Hi, DSS. Good evening. So, tatandaan nyo, ang sagot ay letter B. Check. Check kayo dyan. Number 27 na po tayo. Okay, let's go trace evidence. Pakinggan nyo po kasi mabuti yung tanong. 170 viewers, makinig muna kayo sa tanong bago kayo sasagot, ha? Okay, I need your wildest imagination and analyzation. I-analyze nyo yung tanong. Okay, number 27, let's go trace evidence. A suspect vehicle, sasakyan nung person of interest, sasakyan nung suspect, no? A suspect vehicle is found to contain soil that matches the mineral composition. Ano na ngayon kayo dyan? Okay, a suspect vehicle is found to contain soil that matches the mineral composition of the burial site of a victim. So, yung victim, may burial site. may soil, may mineral composition. We're dealing with trace evidence. So, ang tanong, what forensic principle supports the evidentiary value of this finding? So, anong principle to? Anong forensic principle ito? Una, may Kirk's principle, letter A. Merong letter C, rule on hearsay. Paano tayo napunta sa hearsay? 'Di ba? Letter D, rule on Miranda Doctrine. Wala tayo aarestuhin. Hindi natin kailangan si Miranda Doctrine. And letter B, Locard Exchange Principle. So, Kirk's Principle, letter A. Letter B, Locard's Exchange Principle. Letter C, rule on hearsay. D, Miranda Doctrine. Answer me now. Sagot kayo dyan. Sige nga, parang nahirapan. Ang bagal ng sagot Huwag kayo, huwag kayo mag-google. Huwag nyo lokohin sarili nyo, No to Google, Ang daya nyo. Baka mamaya tinatype nyo yan. Walang ganon. Niloloko nyo yung sarili nyo. Dito lang kayo mag-exam sa akin para matest nyo rin yung sarili nyo kung gaano karaming tinama nyo. Okay? No more na? Sabi na iba din ako. Sasagot, hintayin ko na lang yung tamang sagot. Tama. Konti yung sumagot, Okay. Locard's Exchange Principle. Letter B. Okay? Ganito yan. Ano sabi sa Locard? So, yung sumagot ng S, wala kaming S. Kapag may S ganyan, nabablock ka. Niloloko mo kami dito Wala namang sagot na S Sasali ka pa ba namin? A to D lang. Bakit mo ako sinasagot ng S, Basura. Sige. Okay. Ano ba yung Locard's Exchange Principle? Wow, galing ni Old Tuner. Very good, no? Ano ba yung Locard's Exchange Principle? Kasi sabi yung suspect vehicle daw, may nakuhang lupa. Okay. Ngayon, we need to know kung ito'y nagmamatch doon sa burial site ng victim. Tama. Tama po ba yung sagot ko po? Ewan ko, ano ba sagot mo? Ang sagot kasi letter B. Okay? So, nagkakaroon ng exchange principle dyan. Yung lupa at yung lupa sa kabila. Possible ba na yung lupa sa burial site mapunta dun sa kotse ni suspect? Bakit? 'Di ba? Bakit nagkaroon ng posibleng gano'n? May kwento, 'di ba, senaryo? So, ang tanong lang naman niya, senaryo, ano nga naman ikwento ng buo sa inyo? Yan, mauubos ang oras. So, senaryo, kumukuha lang. 'Di ba? Thank you. Okay? So, ganun yun. We need to know. Okay, wala daw nagtatap-tap masyado kaya mag-tap-tap kayo dyan, Feeling ko lang, no? Walang nagtatap kasi walang mga hearts na lumilipad. Tap-tap muna kayo bago tayo magtuloy. The answer is letter B. Letter B. Eliminate nyo agad ang pinagpilian kasi Kirk's Principle, Locard's Principle, Rule on Hearsay, thank you for that, Miranda Doctrine. Tama. Sumagot kayo tama. Huwag kayo sumagot ng mga ibang letters. Matutsugi kayo dyan. Malalaglag kayo. Mabablock kayo. Dalawa na mali mo, Angel. And some others, of course, Joy, thank you so much. Ang galing. So, i-rate nyo yung sarili nyo. Okay, check. 28 na po tayo. Let's go forensic anthropology. Forensic anthropology. Alam nyo, class, kapag real McCoy na, wala naman nakalagay na kung ano yung pag-uusapan, Walang, let's go forensic, let's go ballistic, let's go fingerprint, walang ganon. Walang ganon, Okay? Walang ganon. Huwag kayong mag-expect. Masyado naman kayo mabibaby nun. Walang mga ganon. Sinasabi ko lang para alam nyo agad saan punta yung tanong. Okay, forensic anthropology. Investigators recover only skeletal remains. Do not answer kapag di ko pa sinasabing mag-answer na kayo. Investigators recover only skeletal remains from a shallow grave. From a shallow grave. Mababaw ba? Which expert is best qualified? So they're asking about expert. Sino? sa mga sumusunod ang best qualified to estimate the age, the sex, the ancestry, and stature of the deceased. Ulit, walang sasagot, wala kayong pagpipilian pa. Investigators recover only skeletal remains from a very shallow grave. Tanong, which expert is best qualified to estimate the age, the sex, the ancestry, and stature of the deceased nung namatay? A. Forensic toxicologist. Expert to ha. So, analyze nyo. Pinag-uusapan tao. A. Forensic toxicologist. B. Forensic anthropologist. C. Ballistic examiner. And D. Forensic odontologist. Sagot? Tali. 157 viewers. Answer me now. Ay, si Shai mali. Old tuner mali. Walang palitan. Okay. Nakalimutan nyo na naman mag-isip. Kaya tayo napaparasyonal eh. Yung mga nakakakuha ng mali, galingan nyo ha, tamain nyo na yan agad. Okay. Paliwanag ko. Bakit may mali? Sa umpisa pa lang, ine-explain ko na. Okay? Ang tanong ganito. Kapag nakakita kayo ng skeletal remains, we're talking about anthropology. The areas of forensic science about skeletal remains is anthropology. Tama? So dapat pag tinanong kung sino yung best expert dito, kailangan ang sagot nyo yung anthropologist, yung tao. Diba? Investigators recover only skeletal remains from a very shallow grave. Nakakuha ng skeletal remains. Buto-buto ba? Buto-buto. Which expert is best qualified to estimate the age, the sex, ancestry, and stature of the deceased? Okay? Ang pagpipilian yung best expert na magkwa-qualify dyan to examine para ma-determine yung age, sex, ancestry, and stature, 183 viewers. Pagpipilian nyo toxicologist, forensic toxicologist, hindi pwede. Para siya sa mga lason-lason, stomach content, right? Forensic odontologist, hindi pwede. Ang sabi skeletal remains, hindi sinabing set of teeth. Hindi rin pwedeng ballistic examiner because we're not dealing with firearms. So ano yung natira? Forensic anthropologist, nalito kayo. Ganito kasi yan. Baka hindi kasi sa inyo tinuro. If we're going to study forensic anthropologist, definitely we need to study the skeletal remains. The answer is letter B ha. B ang sagot. Anthropologist, forensic anthropologist. Kaya lang kayo nalito. Hindi kayo nakikinig siguro sa guro nyo. Ang akala nyo, ang pag-aaral ng anthropologist kasi is for the skeletal remains. No, hindi lang yon. Age, sex, ancestry, and disease. Ito yon, hindi to natuturo madalas. And that's what you call humankind. Okay, tandaan nyo, pag anthropologist, you need to study the humankind. Ano yung nasa humankind na yan? Age, sex, imagine pati ancestry, pati yung stature ng disease. So forensic anthropology not only with those skeletal remains, no? Not everybody knows that. Hindi nga, modesty aside ba? Kaya naaalaman pati yung lahi, pati yung mga ganun. Kasi because you're dealing with the study of humankind. And that's under anthropology. Tandaan nyo yan, hindi lahat natuturo yan, 185 viewers. Kaya ang sagot po dyan, kaya kayo nalito, forensic anthropologist. Pero meron kayong keyword nakita nyo, skeletal remains, sinabi ko yon. Ang sagot doon letter B. Letter B. Okay, check. B, bravo. 29, fingerprint examination. Oh, mag-tap-tap kayo dyan. Wala tong bayad. Well, libre to. Oh, 184. Mag-tap po kayo. I only got 22, 22 likes. Damihan natin. Para meron pa tayong kasunod, no? Oh, sige. 29, fingerprint examination tayo. Let's go fingerprint examination. A fingerprint examiner. Yan tao yan. A fingerprint examiner concludes, yes, a fingerprint examiner concludes that a latent fingerprint and unknown fingerprint came from the same individual. Narinig nyo ba? Malinaw May examiner, okay? Itong examiner na to, no, conclude that a latent fingerprint and unknown fingerprint came from the same individual. So, meron na siya agad na iisip, no, na ito ay galing sa iisang tao because of the sufficient matching ridge characteristics. Very good, di ba? Because of the sufficient matching ridge characteristics. Ang tanong, this process is known as, anong proseso to? Okay? Huwag kayo magmadali. No? 182 viewers. Letter A, ridge counting. Letter B, individualization. Letter C, classification. And letter D, reconstruction. Sagot. Sagot kayo dyan. A fingerprint examiner concludes that a latent fingerprint and a known fingerprint came from the same individual because of sufficient matching ridge characteristics. You try to analyze, angel of mine, ayan ka na naman. Pag-isip, this process is known as ridge counting, individualization, classification, letter C, and letter D, reconstruction. Huwag nyo nang gamitan ng alpha phonetic. Huwag yung alpha-alpha. Huwag kayong gumamit ng phonetic po. Oo. Letters only. Instruction ko po. Letters only. Dami na naman mali. Okay. Di na naman kayo naturuan ng tama. Hindi. Baka naturuan kayo ng tama. Nagkukulang kayo mag-analyze. Remember, very tricky. No? Yung tanong. Malilito kayo sa tanong. Oh, this is TOS based to, ha? TOS based to. Huwag kayong mag-alala. Thank you for the likes, 2145 and some others na pumapanik dito, dumadaan. I really appreciate your presence. Thank you so much at napapadaan kayo. We're having a marathon forensic science review that focuses only sa situational questions. No? Yung tinatawag yung scenario. No? Oh, eto sagot. Yes, retired na ako sa Hungary. Okay, eto sagot. The answer is letter B. Bravo. Check yourself na. Make very good counting about your number of checks. Number of right answers and wrong answers. Oh. Letter B. You know why? Tignan nyo yung tanong. Sabi ko makinig kayo eh. Ang sabi, may isang fingerprint examiner, no? So, naiisip niya agad, no? Napapag-isipan niya na ang na-develop na latent fingerprint at doon sa fingerprint came from the same individual. Galing sa iisang tao. Because of the sufficient matching ridge characteristics. Ano ang tawag dito? Kaya nga, ipapaliwanag ko, relax. Okay, relax muna. Ano ang tawag doon? Ridge counting, A, B, individualization, C, classification, and D, reconstruction. Bakit natin in-answer or sinagot, no? Bakit natin sinagot ang individualization? Alam nyo, yung fingerprint examiner concludes, okay, sabi niya, galing sa iisang tao because of sufficient matching ridge characteristics. Therefore, tapos na yung examination niya. So, tapos na. Bakit natin isasagot yung classification? We don't need to classify anymore. May naiisip na nga siya. Tama ba? Naiisip na nga niya, nako-conclude na ng examiner na galing to sa isang tao. Iuulitin niya na lang ulit for confirmation. Pero may naiisip na siya na galing sa isang individual. And fingerprint is for individualization. Na-examine niya na. So, sabi niya, sufficient matching ridge characteristics. Sufficient. So, ibig sabihin, naayos niya na yung counting ng ridge, na-classify niya na to. But we don't need to reconstruct. Walang reconstruction dito. So, kapag ka gano'n, na naiisip mo na yon, definite answer is individualization. Kanya to. Personal identification ang pumapasok. And that's more of individualization. Kakaintindihan. Ayusin nyo yung sinasabi ko ba? Ayusin nyo yung isipin nyo mabuti. Okay, sulat nyo ba? Okay? Tama? Answer. Check. Letter B. Okay? Hindi pwedeng mag-ridge counting, mag-classify, kasi tapos na nga. No? Ang iniisip niya na lang, galing to sa isa. Tapos na, sufficient nga daw eh. Sufficient tong matching ridge characteristic, kaya naiisip ko, galing to sa isang tao. And personal identification is all about individualization. Di ba? Okay, check. 161 viewers. The answer is letter B. Okay, let's go forensic toxicology. 30 na tayo. Number 30. Dami na ba akong toppers dyan? Malaman ako lumilipad dyan na heart. 30 na tayo. Yan. Yan na lang gagawin nyo. Mag-tap-tap kayo marami dyan. 172 viewers. No, isang gabi, maabot tayong 200. Nasaan na sila, tulog na? Okay, forensic toxicology. A driver daw. A driver. Teka muna. Ano ba inaaral natin sa toxicology? Diba? Isipin nyo na agad dyan. Ano ba yung areas of forensic science pagdating sa toxicology? Ganon. Eto na, sitwasyon. May isang driver daw. A driver involved in a fatal vehicular accident. Biglaan, ano? Fatal vehicular accident is suspected of driving under the influence of alcohol. So, malamang may alcohol siya. Which specimen generally provides the most accurate laboratory determination of blood alcohol concentration. Blood alcohol concentration. Sige. Isip sila, Isip. A. Saliva. B. Blood. Hair, letter C. And letter D. Sweat. Pawis. Answer. A. Saliva. B. Blood. C. Hair. And D. Sweat. Eng. Ayan. Dami mapali. Okay, ang tanong, which specimen? Anong specimen daw ang nagpro-provide ng accurate laboratory determination of blood alcohol concentration? Toxicology. So, lahat may toxic. Di ba, no? May mga ganun pa kayong sagot, letters lang. Alright, the answer is letter B. Blood. Angel of mine, mali ulit. Asa si TikTok? Okay, blood. Ando na nga. Blood alcohol concentration. It cannot be, saliva. Hindi pwedeng saliva, hindi pwedeng buhok, hindi pwedeng pawis na naipasok na yung alcohol, naipasok na niya diba? Naipasok niya na. Hindi naman pwede magkaroon ng blood alcohol concentration with the use of saliva specimen. Hindi pwede. Diba? Letter only. Wala ka pang tama. 30? Aba. Mag-e-exam na sila sa kasali ka ba? Hindi pwedeng saliva po. No? Kasi ang hinahanap natin yung blood alcohol concentration. Okay, tama kayo kung letter B ang sagot nyo. Answer lang, wag nyo nalagyan ng mga kung ano-ano ditong, madidikyo kayo. Okay? So the answer is letter B. Blood. Hindi pwedeng laway, hindi pwedeng saliva, lalo hindi pwedeng hair, hindi pwedeng sweat, pawis, hindi pa pwede yun. Kasi kukunin natin yung blood alcohol concentration kasi pinaghihinalaan nga siyang nakainom. Meron siyang influence of alcohol. Okay, so hindi siya magmi-mix dun sa mga sinabi ko. Only sa blood niya. Okay? Tama. Ilan ang check nyo? Okay, last 10. Naka first 10 na tayo. Okay, 31 na tayo. Crime scene search. Okay, this is all about crime scene search. Okay, sige Josh. Josu? Sige. Crime scene search. Eto na. Okay. Letters only, 188 letters only. After kong sabihin na sumagot, doon pa lang kayo sasagot. Okay? Blood concentration kasi tayo eh. Blood alcohol concentration ang tinatanong. So we don't need any other examination or any specimen, no? So yun lang. Nandoon na ang kanyang keyword. Hello, Ground Zero. Okay. A team of investigators, forensic science to, no? Forensic science, day 2, August 2, no? Mga examinees this coming August 1, 2, and 3. Okay, number 31, crime scene search, a team of investigators, no? Is assigned to search a large open field where a murder weapon is believed to have been discarded. Murder weapon. Which search pattern, napag-aralan nyo to ha, which search pattern is most appropriate? Which search pattern is most appropriate? Late si Marco. Ayan na si Marco Julio. Okay. Wala pa ako sinabing pagpipilian. Ayan, mali ka na agad. Okay? Huwag po kayong maging agresibo sa pagsagot. Hintayin niyo po pag sinabi kong answer na or answer me na. Leonor 2145, thank you. A team of investigators, baka kayo ma-block pag nangunguna kayong sumagot, no? Kasi yung mga iba pa hihintayin natin. Kasi magre-rely sila sa sagot nyo, malilito pati kung mali. Okay? So hintayin nyo lang, you follow instruction. A team of investigators is assigned to search a large open field where a murder weapon is believed to have been discarded. Anong search pattern ang gagamitin natin? Thank you, Lex. A. Spiral search. B. Strip line search. C. Wheel ray search. And D. Zone search. Large open field where a murder weapon is believed to have been discarded. Remember, this is a team. This is a team of investigators, ha? Team of investigators. So, ang dami nito. Isang team to. Hindi ako nakakakita ng tamang sagot. Ay, magsisagot kayo dyan. Isa na. Okay, which pattern is most appropriate? Team of investigators to. Okay. Sagot nga, patingin. Daming mali. Doon kayo nalilito, no? Kala nyo yun na yung answer nyo, ganyan. Kaya nga, i-analyze nyo mabuti. So, may isang team ng investigators. Huwag kayong sumagot dito ng mga words. Huwag kayong sumagot ng kahit anong comment. I'm telling you, ma-auto-block kayo. We're having a review by letters only. Pag sumigaw ako ng moderator, mayayari ka, auto-block ka. Huwag kayo dyan magmagaling at magmagulo. Letters only. Kung ayaw nyo, scroll up na pa ko. 173 viewers. The answer for number 31 is letter Bravo. B. Spiral search, hindi sinabi. Large open field lang. Hindi sinabing kung anong klaseng ito kundi large open field, no? So team of investigators, ang pinili nila is strip or line search. Kasi team sila magkakasunod yan, tama? Magkakasunod yan. Lahat ng dadaanan ko, dadaanan mo. Hindi ko sinabing magmula sa gitna, iikot tayo. Hindi ko sinabing magmula sa dulo, iikot tayo. Hindi ko sinabing mag-subzone tayo kasi wala naman tong palapag. Naintindihan niyo yun? Tama? Tama? So, ang ginamit nilang lahat as team investigators, pinili nila yung strip line search. Kung anong daanan ko, daanan mo. Naintindihan niyo ba yun? Sa real McCoy, ganun kasi yan. Kapag na-practice niyo na yung strip, you're stripping. No? So, pag naintindihan niyo yan, sa totoo, paano ba ginagawa? Paano ba kayo tinuruan yan? So, you need to have this strip or line search kasi kapag line search, definitely, kayo nga dyan parang langgam, oh. Pag dumaan ako dyan, dadaan ka din, dadaan siya, lahat kayo dadaan. Oh, so, kung gusto niyang mga isang horizontal, isang vertical, uulitin. But it can never be spiral kasi hindi sinabi na kailangan mag-uumpisa sa pabilog kasi ito ang laking area nito. No, magmula sa dulo, sa gitna, palabas, and then sa labas, papasok. Walang ganon. Hindi rin pwedeng zone search kasi walang palapag para magkaroon ng sub A, sub B, sub D. Yung high, yung mga ganon. Walang ganon. Okay? So, ang ginamit is strip line search kasi taman langgam yan. Okay, kung anong daanan ko, daanan mo. Because it is, what? A large open field. Tama? Hello, Miss A. Hello, Joy. Hello, hey, it's Cam, Julie. Lahat ng nagjo-join, maraming salamat po. Alright, so the answer is letter B. Final coaching is final answer. So, huwag kayong magkakamali. Final na kasi to. August 2 na to. Okay? Kaya may final coaching. Alright, 163 viewers, tap your screen. Huwag mong ipilit yung sagot mo, kaya ako ginagawa ng rasyonale na konti-konti lang, no? Oo, para malaman mo kung bakit ka mali. Number 32, let's go fire investigation. Hindi ko alam sa'yo. Did you see that? Sige, mag-auto-block si Sajid. Oo, sige, huwag ka na makailam dyan Sajid. Patay, natsugi ka agad. Oo, kilala ko yun kasi hindi mo naman ako iha-high prop di ba? Para sabihin yan. Okay, let's continue. Huwag kayong maiilang dun sa mga bashers na auto-block sila. Okay, let's continue. Number 32, bye-bye na sa mga bashers. Nag-auto-block na po kayo, auto-mute. Fire investigation. Fire investigation. Now, investigators suspect that gasoline, fire investigation na to. Okay. Investigators suspect that gasoline was used intentionally to start a warehouse fire. Okay. Napag-isipan ba niya? Okay. Which evidence would most likely confirm the presence of an accelerant? Okay. So, ibig sabihin, kung naiisip niya na gasoline, no, ang ginamit para magkaroon ng warehouse fire, which evidence daw among the four? Pag sinabing which, alin yan agad, hindi ano, alin. Okay, which evidence would most likely confirm the presence of an accelerant? Ito yung pagpipilian mo. A, fingerprints on windows. B, chemical analysis of the fire debris. C, DNA examination. And D, gunshot residue analysis. Sagot. Uulitin ko yung tanong. Investigators suspect that a gasoline was used to intentionally start a warehouse fire. Which evidence would most likely confirm the presence of an accelerant? Anong ebidensya? makakapagbigay ng patunay. Thank you for the finger heart. Okay, para makapag-isip siya na may presensya ng accelerant kung bakit nagkaroon ng fire or nagkaroon ng warehouse fire. Sagot kayo dyan. Fingerprint on windows, chemical analysis, or fire debris, DNA examination, gunshot residue analysis. Okay. Wala na. 137 viewers. The answer is letter B. Bravo. Yes, because we don't need fingerprints on windows. That cannot intentionally, no? Sabi niya, hindi mo maiisip na gasoline pagdating fingerprints dun sa mag-start ng fire. Oo. And then of course, sa DNA examination, hindi rin yun kasali. Okay, gunshot of course malayo. So, kailangan natin yung chemical analysis ng fire debris para malaman natin, 'di ba, kung ano yung presensya ng accelerant meron dun. To determine the cause of fire, we need chemical analysis. That's letter B. Tandaan nyo, if there's a fire investigation, ang lagi natin gustong makuha ditong goal is to determine the cause of fire. Walang iba. Ang galing ni Joy, Basta meron pong fire incident, lagi nyo tatandaan, ang lagi nating gustong makuha sa fire incident is to determine the cause of fire. Ano ang dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon ng investigasyon. Okay? To determine the cause of fire. Tama? Okay. Very good, Okay. Paggaganyan, to determine the cause of fire. Hayaan nyo na yung mga bashers dyan. Hindi naman natin yan kailangan dito, no? Huwag niyong papansinin yung mga bashers kasi hindi yan ang makakapagbigay ng pasadong grade sa inyo. Okay? Ang bilis tuloy nilang nawala. Nilamon na ng ere. Okay, number 32, the answer is letter A. Okay? Board examinees, good luck. Please do claim it right now that you're going to pass the exam this coming August 1, 2, and 3. Hi, Mami L. Let's continue. Letter B ang answer sa number 32. Number 33 na tayo. Human identification. Human identification. A decomposing body or decomposed body has no fingerprints due to decomposition. So, yung naaagnas na bangkay, wala na daw fingerprints. Hello, Mami L. Dahil naaagnas na nga siya. Now, which forensic method can still provide highly reliable identification? So, ibig sabihin, ang sitwasyon, may naaagnas na bangkay. Tama? Alright, please do tap your screen. May naaagnas na bangkay, so wala na siyang fingerprint kasi nga naaagnas na siya. Yun ang sitwasyon. Situational questions, di ba? Ngayon, ang tanong, which forensic method can still provide highly reliable identification? Wala pa pong pagpipilian. Baka ma-DQ kayo dyan, malaglag kayo dyan. Wala pa po akong sinasabing pagpipilian. Okay, you wait for the letters, no? Multiple choice po ito. Okay, 114 viewers. Letter A, handwriting examination. Letter B, DNA profiling. Letter C, blood pressure measurement. And letter D, voice recognition. Sagot? You may now answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is letter B. Bravo, DNA profiling. Okay? Kasi naaagnas na siya, so wala na rin siyang fingerprint, nabubulok at naaagnas na ang bangkay. So ano yung kasunod natin gagawin para magkaroon ng identification yung bangkay? So hindi pwedeng handwriting examination, of course not. Hindi rin pwedeng blood pressure measurement, di natin kailangan i-determine kung hypertensive ba to, may hypertension ba to. Hindi natin kailangan yung boses niya, bangkay na nga nabubulok. So ano ang dapat? DNA profiling, that's letter B. Bravo. Alright? Check. Bravo. Letter B. Letter O number 34. 34 na tayo. 34, evidence handling. After collecting a blood-stained shirt. After collecting a blood-stained shirt, the investigator seals it in a paper bag. So, nangolekta siya ng isang t-shirt or shirt at nilagay niya to sa paper bag. Yan ang kwento. Yan ang sitwasyon. At linagyan niya to ng maganda at maayos na labeling, labels it properly, and records every transfer of custody. Makinig, ulitin ko ha. After collecting a blood-stained shirt, the investigator seals it in a paper bag, labels it properly, and records every transfer of custody. What is the primary purpose of this procedure? Ano daw ba ang purpose nitong procedure na to? What is the primary purpose of this procedure? Letter A, to increase the value of evidence. Letter B, to preserve the integrity and admissibility of the evidence. Letter C, to reduce laboratory expenses. And letter D, to shorten the investigation. Answer kayo dyan. Okay, answer me now. Answer. 118 viewers. Ano na kayo? Sagot kayo dyan. Coming from almost 200 viewers kanina. Okay, evidence handling po itong pinag-uusapan natin, ha? Alright. This time lang ako nakakita mula kaninang nag-umpisa na tama halos lahat. Wala pa ako nakitang mali. Ewan ko kung may na-mislook ako. May na-oversee ba ako? Alright, very good. Kasi pumasok agad yung salitang integrity and admissibility ng evidence. The answer is letter B. Bravo. Magulo ka na naman, Marco Julio. Baka madikyo ka. No extra comments. Di natin kailangan yan, Marco. Oo. Malalaglag ka. Okay. Malilito sila eh. Fully concentrated yung mga yan kung ano sagot. So, do not make comments like that. Alright? Avoid making comments na mga ganyan, Marco Julio. Baka madikyo kayo, matsugi kayo. Auto-block, auto-mute kayo dyan. Okay? Do I need to explain more? Hindi na, no? Okay, primary purpose ng procedure na yan, of course, labeling it properly, sealing it properly, and recording it properly for the transfer of custody. None other than what? Letter B ang sagot, because of the preservation. To preserve the integrity and admissibility of the evidence. Okay? So, very good na yan. Letter B po yan. Nakita nyo yung integridad, di ba? Oo, nakita nyo yung salitang integridad. Okay. Number 35. Let's go, forensic odontology. Thank you for the follow. Alright. A severely burned body, may nasunog, hindi na ma-identify. Do not answer yet. Hintayin nyo yung salitang answer na kayo dyan or sumagot, no? Para hindi magulo. So, may natagpo ang bangkay na sobrang pagkakasunog niya ba? Hindi na natin siya makilala, no? So, a severely burned body cannot be identified visually. Okay, unang tingin pa lang, hindi na siya na ma-identify, beyond recognition ang tawag doon. So, which forensic evidence is most useful for identification? Totally burned, Okay? Letter A, totally burned. Letter A, fingerprints. Letter B, dental records. Letter C, hair color. And letter D, shoe size. Letters only. Letters only. Follow and follow until you follow no more. Ang dali-dali ng instruction. To those answering me, phonetics and words, hindi kayo kasali. Hindi pwede. Malilito yung iba. Alright? Sige. Sagot lang kayo dyan. Ang ganda ng tanong. Pagka na-miss nyo pa, ewan ko na. The answer is letter B. dental records. Very good. Okay, sasagot lang tayo kasi hindi ko na pwedeng pangatwiranan yan. Naaral nyo na, no? Okay, so letter B, dental records. Ano ba pinagpilian? Fingerprint, hair color, shoe size, dental records. Totally burned ang sitwasyon na tao na hindi ma-identify visually. So ano na titira dyan para magkaroon siya ng most useful for identification na forensic evidence ang pwede sa atin, no? Thank you, Joy. Nakaka-30 na siya. Okay, dental records po. Okay, very good. Letter B. Di ba? Okay, number 36 na tayo. Last 5. Alright, 36. Bloodstain at a homicide scene. Bloodstained. Okay? From, form. Bloodstain at a homicide scene form elongated droplets. Ayan na naman si elongated droplets, ma'am. Pointing toward the victim's bedroom. So, yung mga patak-patak na dugo, no? Pointing towards victim's bedroom, papunta sa kwarto ng biktima. So, what can investigators infer? Ano ngayon ang ina-adya nito? Anong ibig sabihin nito para sa investigator? Letter A, makinig mabuti, wala mo nang sasagot. Direction of blood travel. Letter B, the victim's blood type. Letter C, the victim's exact age, edad. Letter D, the suspect's identity, pagkakakilanlan. Answer me now. Yaku, aga naman ako makakita ng mali. Sige, sagot kayo dyan. Galingan nyo, Galingan nyo. Yeah. Okay. The answer for number 36, this is all about blood evidence. The answer is letter A. A. Okay, ito kwento. Sariwain natin, balikan natin ulit yung tanong. Ito ang sitwasyon. May blood stain doon sa senaryo. Okay? Ang sabi, homicide scene. So, may blood stain. Blood stain ba? Yung blood stain form elongated droplets. So, ibig sabihin, may patak-patak yan. May patak-patak papunta sa victim's bedroom. Ang tanong niya, ano ba yung inaadya nitong mga dugo? Ano naiisip? Anong ibig sabihin nito? What can investigators trying to infer dito? Letter A is direction of blood travel. Kaya yun ang sagot. Saan patungo yung mga yon? Yun ang gusto niya. Kasi kung susundan mo, papunta nga daw dun sa victim's room. Kasi ang sabi sa letter B, victim's blood type. Hindi yan nakikita. Hindi tayo nagkakaroon ng blood typing sa pamamagitan ng paningin lang. Walang ganun. Oo. And then sagot. Sa letter C naman, victim's exact age. Di natin nakikita sa dugo kung anong edad ng biktima. And letter D, suspect's identity. Hindi natin siya ma-identify through blood. So ang sinasabi dito, pointing towards victim's bedroom. So definitely, they're talking about those direction ng dugo, no? Papunta doon sa victim's bedroom. And that's direction of blood travel. Letter A ang sagot. Okay, check nyo yan. Letter A. So, makikinig kayo mabuti. Challenge kasi ito kasi hindi natin binabasa. Sinasabi ko. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinasabi ko, all I need is your what? Sense of hearing, syempre, dapat lakasan nyo. Tapos, try to figure out what's the best and correct answers dun sa sasabihin kong multiple choice. Okay? Number 37 na po tayo. Last 1, 2, 3. Last 4. Okay? Number 37. Oh, 37, kaya last 4. Sabihin ko pa lang yung 37. Okay, a forensic biologist. A forensic biologist discovers epithelial cells. Galing ko mag-pronounce, no? Tama ba? On the trigger of a firearm recovered at a crime scene. So, na-recover siya dun sa trigger ng firearm. What valuable evidence may be obtained from these cells? So, isipin mo mabuti itong sasabihin ko. Okay? Try to figure out ano ba dito ang magiging tamang sagot sa sasabihin kong pagpipilian mo. Number or letter A, ballistic trajectory. Pwede ba yun? We're not talking about trajectory examination, no? Hindi pwede. Letter B, DNA profile. Letter C, fingerprint powder residue. And letter D, gunpowder composition. Sagot. Patay na. Nagkagulo na naman sa sagot. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oy, Chichang, ikaw ba yan? Sana ikaw na yan. Pangalawang gabi na. Oh, pangalawang gabi na, Chichang. Dapat ikaw na yan. Kaibigan ko pong Lady Guard yan. Alright. Sige, ulit ha. Dahil sa tapos na kayong sumagot, a forensic biologist discovers epithelial cells on the trigger of the firearm recovered at a crime scene. What valuable evidence may be obtained from these cells? Okay, what valuable? What valuable evidence may be obtained from these cells? Ballistic trajectory, A, B, DNA profile, C, fingerprint powder residue, and D, gunpowder residue. Of course, saan ba naman nakikita yung epithelial cells na yan? Cells nga eh. 'Di ba? Saan nyo ba naririnig yan? Hindi naman yan pwede sa ballistic. Hindi yan pwede sa fingerprint. Hindi yan pwede sa fingerprint. Hindi yan pwede sa gunpowder residue. Nasa loob kasi yan eh. 'Di ba? Oo, kailangan mo pa nga magpa-laboratory bago mo malaman yung mga ganyan eh, kung anong rating yan. 'Di ba? So definitely, papasok yan sa DNA. Coming from the human tissues, coming from sa internal, parang internal, nasa loob ng organ. Internal cavities, parang ganun yung natatanda kong sinabi, 'di ba? Sa loob kasi galing. 'Di ba? So ito'y kumapit sa trigger ng firearm. So definitely, kung makuha mong human tissues na yan, yung epithelial cells na yan, saan mo ba maririnig yan? May narinig ka ba sa ballistic niyan? Wala. May naaral ka ba sa fingerprint? Wala. Sa gunpowder? Wala. Definitely, kung anong klaseng forensic valuable evidence ang makukuha mo sa cell is what? For DNA profile. Letter B ang sagot. Okay? Dapat nag-aral kayo mabuti noon para di kayo naghahabol ngayon. Okay, so last three na po tayo. Okay, the answer is letter B, ha? Okay, sige. Let's go digital forensics. Nawala yung mga nagko-comment. Sabi ko sa inyo, huwag kayo mag-comment dyan kung ano-ano eh. Malalaglag po kayo. Okay, so wag nyong salungatin yung mga answers, yung mga turuan para maganda yung flow ng ating review. 38, this is all about digital forensics. Ulitin ko, sa totoo, sa real McCoy, walang magsasabi kung ito ay digital forensic, ito ay medical legal question, ito ay yung mga ginagawa ko, walang ganun ha. Huwag kayo aasa sa ganun. Okay, let's go digital forensic this time. A suspect encrypted files containing illegal ha, financial transactions. Digital to. Which is most appropriate role of a digital forensic examiner? Which is the most appropriate role of a digital forensic examiner? Letter A, destroy the encrypted files. Letter B, recover and analyze digital evidence while maintaining its integrity. Letter C, edit the files for easier interpretation. And letter D, share the files with the media. Sagot, oh wow, ang daming matalino. Ang talino nila, oh. Very good. Okay, the answer is letter B. When you're doing digital forensic, ito lang tandaan nyo, yung mga sinasabi ko, mga tips and technique, no? Lagi nyo tatandaan, kanina, I have some tips and techniques na nauna na. Okay, ito naman sa digital forensic. Sa digital forensic, tatandaan nyo, we are going to what? Always and forever, pag digital forensic ka, di ka pwedeng mag-destroy, di ka pwedeng mag-edit, hindi ka pwedeng mag-share. Ang trabaho mo is to recover, to analyze all those digital evidence. Tatandaan nyo yan. Lahat ng digital forensic, wala kayong ibang gagawin kundi recovery of those data, no? And analyze those digital evidence para ma-maintain natin yung integridad para kapani-paniwala pag sinubmit mo sa court. So definitely, you're not going to destroy, you're not going to edit, you're not going to share, but only to recover. Always, always, always yan. Pag digital forensic kayo, you need to prove that in court kasi. So bakit mo de-destroy yan? Bakit mo edit? Bakit mo i-share? Ah? Kaya lagi, ang sagot nyo, puro, dapat kabig lagi. Oo, hindi tapon. Lagi, kumbaga, di ba? Puro papasok, hindi palabas. Kailangan ko to. Itong files na to. I need to recover. Digital forensic ka. Dadali mo sa court, pangangatawanan mo eh. Di ba? Patutunayan mo lahat ng nandoon sa na-extract na messages. Sa na-extract na files. Nagagets nyo ba? Ha? Masakit sa ulo mag-rasyonalin, mo. Dapat ganun. Okay? So, letter B po ang sagot, no? You need to recover and analyze all those digital evidence because we need to maintain the integrity of those encrypted files. So, huwag kayong magtapon, huwag mag-erase, huwag lang. Kahit kailan ba, kahit sa loob ng discussion, hindi lang sa examination, we need to recover if it's digital forensic ang pinag-uusapan. Okay? Yan. Kasi lagi yan may mga deletion accidentally. So ikaw lagi kang recover ng mga files. Okay? So you need to analyze those files o extracting those files o paano na kung na-delete yan or na-erase, no? Last two, number 39. Medical legal investigation tayo. Thank you dun sa mga nakaka-appreciate na rationale natin. Okay, during an autopsy, the pathologist examines the victim died due to a stab wound causing severe, malalang blood loss. These findings refers to during an autopsy, while conducting autopsy, okay? Nangyayari yung pagbiyak, yung autopsy. The pathologist determines that the victim died due to a stab wound, causing severe blood loss. Alright? Malala. Okay, severe blood loss. These findings refers to A, mechanism of death, B, cause of death, C, manner of death, D, mode of identification. Answer me now. Game. Patingin ng mga sagot na hindi nalaglag kasi sumusunod sa instruction. Ang daming nalaglag. Alam nyo ba yun? Ang daming natsugi. Patingin. Wala na sasagot? Wala na. Continue na. Andiyan na ba yung sagot mo, Joy? 126 viewers. Okay. The question is, during the autopsy, the pathologist determines that the victim died due to a stab wound causing severe blood loss, and this refers to the A, mechanism of death, B, cause of death, C, manner of death, D, mode of identification. Alright? The answer is letter B, bravo. In the conduct of autopsy, patay na po siya. Patay na. Kaya nga siya ino-autopsy. 'Di ba? Itong pathologist, no, na find out niya na due to stab wound, nagkaroon ng blood loss. And these findings refer to letter B. B. Cause of death. Kasi patay na siya. Okay? Manner of death is like the execution, 'di ba? But yung cause of death, ano nangyari? Dahilan. No? So, tapos na siya magkaroon ng manner of death. We're dealing with the cause of death. And to determine the cause of death, we need to submit that victim for autopsy. Diba? Autopsy is to determine the cause of death. So, pag pinagpilian mo yung apat na yon, in the conduct, sabi nga, in the conduct, or ang sabi, during autopsy. An autopsy is to determine the cause of death. And the cause of death is blood loss, severe blood loss. So, ang tanong, ano dito sa findings na to ang ginagawa? Ang findings pala, sorry. Mechanism of death, cause of death, manner of death, mode of identification. Autopsy is to determine the cause of death, tama? And the cause of death is severe blood loss due to stab wounds. Okay? So the answer is cause of death. Very good, ah. Woo! Check. Last one. Okay, number 40. Okay, 115 viewers, thank you so much for your presence, no? Sa mga nagtitiwala sa free situational questions review for Forensic Science Day 2, this coming August 1, 2, and 3, and this is TOS-based question. Okay, mag-alala. Alright? The last question, number 40. In a homicide investigation, DNA, fingerprints, CCTV footage, cell phone records, and witness statements all pointing to the same suspect. Why is the use of multiple forms of evidence is important? Bakit importante? Why is the use of multiple forms of evidence important? Letter A. One type of evidence is never admissible in court. Letter B. Corroborating evidence strengthens the reliability of investigative findings. Letter C. DNA evidence is sufficient by itself in every case. And letter D. Witness testimony is always most reliable than the scientific evidence. Nagkaintindihan? Uulitin ko muna. Nagkaintindihan, may sagot na kayo eh. Very good. Answer me now. Yeah, marami nang sumasagot. Thank you so much sa lahat ng mga nandito. Maraming salamat. 101 viewers, salamat sa tiwala. We'll be continuing this tomorrow. Yes, we'll try again tomorrow, no? Okay. 51,600 likes. Thank you so much. We will see each other tomorrow. Okay, we are doing marathon review for the August 1, 2, and 3 examination, and this is for day 2. Forensic Science situational questions only ang focus ko. Okay? So, the last number is 40. We'll continue 41 to 60 tomorrow po, Thursday. Marathon review tayo. Okay. The answer is letter B. Bravo. Kasi corroborating evidence ang kailangan natin. Okay, ano ba yung corroborating evidence? It's like confirming or giving support already, no? Kailangan corroborative na ang lahat ng ebidensya. In the conduct of investigation, ano yan? Kailangan mag-all-in yan to give you a very good result of this kind ng support na galing sa CCTV, fingerprint, cellphone records, witness statements, and DNA, and some others, all pointing to one person, and that is the same suspect na sinasabi. Alright? The answer is letter B, corroborating evidence strengthens, pinalalakas niya the reliability of the investigative findings. Nakuha nyo? Okay, so corroborating evidence po ang lahat ng yan. Hindi pwedeng A, one type of evidence only, hindi pwede kasi sinabi niya na nga lahat, no? Sinabi na nga niya lahat. Hindi pwedeng DNA lang, letter C, hindi pwedeng witness testimony. So all in, corroborative evidence na itong pinag-uusapan natin para mapalakas, no? The reliability of those investigative findings. Alright? So, sino yung naka-perfect? Sino yung muntik na maging perfect? Ang galing-galing nyo. Thank you so much. 92 viewers. Maraming salamat. This is just a free situational questions for Forensic Science Day 2 examination TOS base. I'm giving this for free only. So, please do stand by for the next 20 sets of next 20 questions, no, to be given tomorrow. And of course, thank you so much for the 52,300 likes, 90 viewers as of this time. Maraming salamat. Sana nakatulong ako sa inyo. And of course, with special participation of our friends from the other account like Joy65790, My Babe, of course, partner, moderator, Softly, YSC, and to some others na dumadaan dito kanina pa. Maraming salamat, Ombre, Chai Chu, no? Who shared so much of our live. And of course, My Babe, of course, na nandito kanina. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. And I do hope that you will claim it right now to those examinees, no? Oh yeah, thank you so much, Chichang, kung hindi ka man criminology. Doon sa mga, even some of my visitors coming from other accounts, they're not studying anymore, but still, they want to enjoy more of our review. And we'll be having the continuation of our marathon review tomorrow for the last, or for the next 20 sets of questions, 20 questions, no? All about situational, no? Or scenarios kung tawagin nyo na nahihirapan yung iba. Thank you so much sa inyong lahat. Bye for now. I'll see you again next time. And please do claim that you're going to pass the board licensure examination for criminologies, and that's going to be on August 1, 2, and 3. And special thanks also to Leonor 2145 and to some others na nandito ngayon, special guests and participants and viewers. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Good morning. It's 1 o'clock already.